breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
What's happening? All right, TGIF, everybody, what's up? I see you down on my chest, coming in loud and clear. Looks good. Look at that. Countdown, date. See if I get the sequence right today. Yes. And webcam. Look at that. We be rocking. Hey, Dink. That's actually Andy Simmons. Kind of sounded like it. So good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's Mike's Weather Page. This is Hunter. It's Friday. We got tropics to talk about. You're in the Conehead Nation if you're new to our page. Why do we call ourselves Coneheads? Because everybody lives and dies by the cone of uncertainty. So if you see people say, hey, Coneheads, it's because that's what everybody named themselves a couple years ago. The Coneheads. The MWPs. What's up, Katie? Hi, Loretta Reed. What's up, Barbara? Ormond Beach. I got a buddy that has a garage over there. Mike's Auto Repair. Mike Bean. Oh, the volume's really low. I had the volume down. I didn't say anything any good. Gives me a second chance. What's up, James? Volume's low. You guys don't want to hear me. You just want to look at pretty pictures. All the pretty colorful weather pictures. And doggy snores. Now you can hear doggy snores. We might have to get him checked out. He snorts a little too much. He sleeps on my lap at night when we watch TV, and I got a position that he does not snore in. If I got to turn him a little sideways, like this. Look, what I tell you. Look, it's magic. Sideways, he doesn't snore. All right, so we're going to talk weather, I promise. We always do. We usually talk about an hour about weather. There's a lot of stuff brewing. Not a lot of stuff brewing, just our spot that we've been watching is now marked by the NHC, so we're going to talk about all that, especially if you live in Texas and along the upper Gulf Coast. Could have some stuff heading your way, Father's Day weekend, Thursday, Friday, this week coming up. So, all right. I think it's done with this little guy. Look at that. Now he stopped. Oh, he's breathing, I promise. All right, so So anyway, we come to you live from the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits studio. So huge thanks to ABC. You could go to ABC and buy Hurricane Hunter beer, brewed by Big Storm Brewing. The official beer of hurricane season. Now this is going to be the re-release can with the donkey emblem. Look at that. There's our drunk donkey and a Hurricane Hunter. That badass or what? So pick that up at your local ABC Fine Wine and Spirits here in sunny Florida. And support Drunk Donkey Nation. All right, so let's turn it off. Oh, I went to their Facebook page real quick. I want to talk about that. I go to their Facebook page because they always have cool stuff. So today, well, here's what's cool today. Tropic like it's hot. I thought that was cute. Tropic like it's hot. That's a song. Not with Tropic, but they always have good stuff on their Facebook page for sure. All right, so let's let everybody get chimed in. It takes everybody to get notified from Facebook that we're live. Here's Louie real quick. I figured we'd do 2 for 1 today. It's BOGO. Louie's the original dog of our weather page here. He's more chill. He snores a little bit. Listen. Not really. There's the original face of the weather page. And he's a good boy. All right. Enough of the shenanigans. All right. So we are starting hurricane season. June. Already had Anna. Anna was out there by Bermuda. Very typical to have a system in May. Very typical to have a system that we're watching now. Possibly crossover from the Pacific. Been showing a lot about that. Similarities to Cristobal from last year. So we'll show you that. Cheers. All right. Nobody should be worried right now. No worry. No worry. Majority of these models are showing a sloppy tropical storm. There are hints, overnight GFS a little stronger, so we're never going to discount anything. But nobody should be worried right now, especially this far out. But just aware, we're going to talk about all the possibilities. Okay, so I got my little cheat sheet here. Look, things I want to talk about. See, I actually prepare. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning and suck in all the weather, man. I'm a sucking fool. I know everything about the weather right now. So we're going to get right into that. Anything could happen. What's up, Whitney? How's it going, buddy? You still might get it, Whitney. All right, so it is Friday. I want to mention one of our big supporters, Coastal Claims here. We have a lot of great companies, a lot of bigger companies that do some support. Coastal Claims, Frank Dalton here. They are your source to fight the insurance companies. If you have any sort of claims, you have to get a public adjuster on your side, and they work to get you all the money you deserve. So if you get any sort of storm damage, water damage, wind damage, fire damage, smoke damage, anywhere along the United States coast, they're big in a lot of states. Florida, home based. That's why they're fans of Mike's Weather Page. Give them a shot. We've had so many fans tell me that if they did not have a public adjuster, they would have only got a couple thousand when they could have got 8 or 9 or 10,000. So these guys fight for you, and Frank's a big fan of our page. So get all the money you can. And I know him and Phil work a lot together, and good guys there. So we appreciate their support of our page, Coastal Claims. Check them out. They're on the website. Pow. All right, so what is going on? Remember we showed this yesterday. Look at this. All right, so we're going to start out right here. Talking Tropics begins now. 10 minutes of hellos. Now it's all tropics. Good morning to Star from Orlando. Hey, there's a cool little coffee shop at Star downtown Orlando. We were just there Church Street Station. I don't know what the name of that coffee shop was, but it was awesome. I would love to have one of those in Oldsmar. I would open it. Hey, Linda, great story about the public adjuster. Thank you. Yes. I didn't even know they existed before this show. I had no idea what it was. I had no idea. I didn't know that was an industry. So, yeah, Whitney, we broke out the yellow crayon. This is what we go by, the yellow crayons. So, all right, we've been talking a lot. I've been getting a lot of weird feedback online, too, about not hyping, but, you know, whatever. But we've been talking about this forever. Long time ago. So what began as a tropical wave here, okay, is basically coming across Central America. We have a wave down here where some of the modeling is still suggesting it's going to get pulled up. That's happening. We've been talking about that for a week now. This area is very prone to this type of scenario. Central American gyre, lowering pressures is happening. We got a lot of juice down in this neck of the woods. And the NHC now has marked our spot 20%. Okay? And they mentioned the word northward. They say it. Northward. Trough low pressure is expected to form early next week over the Bay of Campeche. So when I say BOC, it's Bay of Campeche. I try to sound technical and say BOC. Slow development of this is possible as it drifts northward or northwestward. All right, so we're going to talk about a lot of scenarios. But here's what's happening in a nutshell. In a nutshell, this weekend, we have a trough, which I call a front. You know, just a couple years ago, I didn't know what a trough was. I call them fronts. So there's going to be a front. This front is going to end up lingering. It's not going to be really a really juicy front. It's just going to be more of a area of low pressure, right? And that's going to linger through the mid part of the week. We have a strong high pressure system here, and we're going to have a high pressure over Florida here, right? So this little guy is going to get pulled northward, and some of the models are still hinting Florida Panhandle. If this high pressure is a little stronger, we could see it curve a little bit. Whatever it is. If this high pressure over Florida ends up being a little stronger, it could push a little bit more this way, right? The other scenario, which we talked about all along, high pressure, opening. If these two merge, which sometimes happens, the trough here becomes weak and we end up with a larger area of high pressure, then we could have a blocking pattern and pretty much kind of sit a little bit slower. But all signs are pointing to Texas, Louisiana. But, and I'm going to show you, these type of systems sometimes, even though the L says this, a lot of the rains are here because we're going to have shear, high pressure system, trough, shear, which is going to put a lot of the rains and heaviest stuff to the eastern side. So if it ends up being a sloppy, wide, broad, low pressure system, it'll be one of them deals you don't focus on the center, you focus on the fact that we could just have copious amounts of rain. I think that's the word, copious. To the eastern side. So there you go. Steering patterns this far out are tough because I'll show you all that. We have a high pressure to the west, high pressure to the east. We have a trough coming down. And if there's a window of opportunity, I mentioned this a lot the last couple of days, if our system is here midweek and there's still a weakness in this trough between the high pressures, then likely it'll get pulled up more north because this little guy here will be there. So it's a race. It's a race. All right, so that's that. Let's show you some things here. Let's start off with the rain map. So we're going to fast forward to day 7. Okay, this is the official Copious, Cindy. You know, I said dubious one time. I don't know what the hell dubious even means. Let's Google dubious. I hope it's PG. I didn't say boobies. I said doobies. Doobie. That's not. I'm not a dubious means hesitating or doubting suspect. So I could use dubious. We could say, I dubious if we'll have copious rains. I dubious. Anyway, so 7 days. Here's the official QPF page, quantitative precipitation forecast from NOAA. And you can see day 7. This is Thursday. All that tropical juice. Now you can also see this. This is lingering front. It's going to get kind of pulled up into it. So a lot of low pressure mess developing in the Gulf midweek. And unfortunately, Florida needs the rain. And so far, at least for the peninsula, it looks like high pressure is going to dominate. And pretty much this area here looks like they could get the big rains from maybe Bill. I'm making English teachers cry, Jessica. I know. I did go to college. CELLAGE. I went to college. All right, what's up, Ian Campbell? So hair and dust. Yes, we're going to talk about dust here on our Nexus system. You got a big dust plume coming to Jamaica. We'll show that here in a little while. So let's jump right into the models real quick and show you. Of course, I want to talk about this. You know, today's rains, flooding chances, North Carolina northward. That's today. I'm just pointing that out. Storm Prediction Center a little bit off today as far as big stuff. And we got a little purple dot finally in the Bay of Campeche. All right, let's look at the latest models on tropical tidbits. I just shared this, by the way, because I know we're going to get a million questions while we do this. I just posted this picture. All right, so getting a lot of buzz online about this African wave that just popped off. So real quick, Cape Verde Islands are here, and this wave is very low. There is a ton of dust out there. We just got a big plume outbreak of Saharan dust, and the waters are still pretty chilly. So very, 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 very unlikely this little guy is going to do anything. Probably die out before it gets to the Cape Verde Islands or South America. So not really watching that one. I am watching it because I put a post on it. But I'm not thinking it's going to be anything. Too early in the season. Usually we get these end of July would be the main time frame that we're looking at for that. So what we're going to look at on here in Levi's site, which we love. Levi is big supporter. We love him. So let's jump right into the euro. The euro's been pretty consistent. GFS has been up and down this year, but euro's been locked and loaded on this little guy forever. I got a lot I want to show. Let's start out with all the models. All right, let's go midweek. Let's fast forward to Thursday. This is Wednesday. Dan, what little guy? Copious, dopious. Dubious. The Doobie Brothers. Hey, what's up, Bobby Blobby? So, hey, welcome to all the new supporters out there, by the way, all our new fans. I made a disclaimer yesterday. We're just a blogger. I'm an amateur. I'm a nobody. Should never take what I say serious. All the supporters out there, we love you. Appreciate it. The second round of stickers went out. I know people are upset. They're like, I didn't get it. Don't worry. We got another round coming out. We're going to do 4 rounds of stickers a year, okay? We're going to have a new sticker sign-up sheet. If you're a supporter, you get a sticker mailed to you for free. Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. We love all y'all. If you didn't get it, you get it in a couple months. And then we'll do a Christmas card one again to everybody, even ones that got one last year. So if you've been with us over a year from last year, you'll get something Christmas time. So we're going to have the 1 year plus supporter bonus. Bobby, don't hate us, Bobby. If you didn't sign up, you got to be in our little chat room to sign up. It's tough, I know. Message Shelly. All right, here we go. This is Wednesday, low pressure system, right? This is all coming up from Pacific and leftover Caribbean juice and leftover frontal juice. So this whole general area here is going to be lowering pressures. Thursday tightens up a little bit, right? Friday still kind of weaky. And then Saturday it pulls up into that front. So the euro is still predicting that we're going to see this little gap here. The high pressures aren't going to be merged yet. Yesterday, remember we showed this high pressure system becoming a little bit more stronger. Well, it's still considering a little more weakness, and it's going to pull it on out of here. And this is Saturday. So not showing too strong. Let's take a look at we're digesting the euro right now. The euro, let me look at the last two runs of the euro, and then we'll go right into the GFS. In fact, let's zoom in a little closer to our area that we're watching. So the overnight euro was predicting a 998 millibar, 1,000 millibar. This one appears sloppy. Big, broad, wide area of low pressure. Not going to say don't worry about it because it says tropical storm. Flooding could be an issue, but the euro isn't predicting anything too strong on this last run. Here is a good example right here. All right, look at this model. There's our low pressure, but look, the kidney. So again, low pressure center, a wide sloppy system, going to be more of a rainmaker to the eastern side. Okay, got shear rolling in. We got that leftover front. We're going to have a lot of upper level winds blowing our cloud tops. We haven't shown this in a while. What weather page has Fisher-Price toys to give descriptions on the weather? This is possibly Bill. This is Bill's upper level winds. Bill is going to be feeling upper level winds coming up from the west and going to be blowing Bill to the east. So Bill gets blown to the east, and that's why we have a sheared system, more of a rain-making system than we do. Look at my little hat for Hunter. Would that be cute? I could wear that. We have all kinds of toys. We have a lot of adult toys, little hats and stuff for the dogs. But anyway, that's what the euro is saying. All right, so let's look at last night's run. That was now we can have some storms with this. There's always a chance of water spouts. Here's a 500 millibar vorticity. So just that green doesn't mean we can't have storms. This is Friday. Could start approaching as late as Thursday night. This is Thursday night. Friday, this is kind of a storm potential map in a sense. So Friday could get a little rough if the euro pans out. Now let's look at yesterday's 12Z on the euro. Yesterday's 12Z, almost the same. Friday. Center here, a lot of stuff to the east. Yesterday's overnight run on the euro, almost exactly the same. So the euro is pretty much locked into a eastern Texas, Louisiana state line with heaviest to the east. All right, so that's enough about the euro. And the euro's always been kind of right around the upper 900 millibar range. So that just gives you an idea as far as what the euro is thinking as far as strength goes. I'm trying to put out all the different scenarios here to realize what our average of possibilities are. So here's 1,000. This is 998. Yesterday's euro was showing a. Let's see here. It's trying to come up. Where are you? This is only 1,005. And then overnight yesterday was a little stronger, and it was showing a 993. So that's a little stronger system. Tropical stormish, yes. Could be bottom line hurricane, maybe 993. I don't know if we've ever had a 993 millibar hurricane. Let's see, 993 millibar hurricane. Hurricane Let's see. Sometimes you'll pop up to so Hurricane Isaiah was a 70 mile an hour 993. So your 993 is borderline upper tropical storm. So, and I do have this little chart here on the Saffir-Simpson scale. This is old school. They don't use this anymore, but we can at least kind of get an idea. People always ask. See, 993 could be category 1. See, 980 to 994. So you get the idea. 993 upper tropical storm. But that was yesterday's run. Angela, I'm ready for the season. Yes, Oakley. Dubious donkey weather updates. He said, hey, Tamron, what's up from Crawfordville? Somehow I just saw the crawfish. Telford, got to go, man. See you, buddy. Nobody made muffins. What are you guys talking about? All right. So there's that. All right, let's go back to the GFS now. So we got a good handle of what the Euro's thinking. Let's go back to Levi's site. And the GFS has kind of been a little more consistent on formation. Let's go to the latest. Here's Thursday, very broad low pressure area. Here's Friday, moving itself up a little bit more towards the upper coast, right over Whitney's house back. Why do we talk about Whitney so much? Because everything weather-wise in 2020 happened to Whitney. Ian Campbell, how's it going? I'm not wearing dreadlocks. We actually have somebody from Jamaica here. Jamaica Mon. I do listen to Bob Marley radio on XM satellite. I like it. My kids hate it and my wife hates it. They really hate it when I put the salsa music on. For some reason, I love listening to salsa on Pandora. I don't know why. It makes me think of Narcos. That was, I think the last time I watched TV was Narcos. All right, so we're going to talk about rain in a second. Here's the latest GFS. You can see a little trend to the east. That's, you know why? Because look, you can see it. This is so cool, man. It's so cool to see why it all happens, and it's so easy to see. So here's, remember we said timing of the highs? Well, here we go. Here's the deal. Look. So here is Wednesday, right? Huge dip here in the jet. Look at that. So that's going to help pull our system up. High pressure here, high pressure, really strong. See, this is a high. This is a higher high than this high. So this high is going to win on the GFS thinking. That's why we're seeing a little bit more eastward motion. And there you go. Little gap follows the gap. There's the low. There's the high. There's the high. There's our gap. So that trend is becoming a little bit more believable. But anyway, here's the latest GFS. Let's show you the last couple GFS. Well, cool thing about Levi's site too, we can look at rain. Oh, he's got the most sexiest page. Oh. He's got, look at that, it's so cool, man. All right, latest GFS, same thinking. Look, center, kidney. That might be our new thing, man. The kidney. The kidney is going to be to the right. Latest GFS. So there's your heavy rains. Timing again, Friday. Now look, the timing is almost getting matched up perfectly between, here's Friday morning. So again, Thursday night, you're going to start feeling sprinkles along the Gulf Coast if all this verifies. But we're getting pretty good support between GFS and the Euro. Now the only thing here, now look, there's some heavy rains Saturday for the Panhandle. Remember we talk about it. Everything stems to the east on these sloppy systems that are linked to a trough, to a front. This is Saturday. So that's just one scenario. Now let's rewind to overnight. You got to put all of them together and kind of get a feeling. All right, so overnight, look. Huge difference overnight. The 00Z run. Look what happens. This is Friday. Okay? Still heading up to that Texas-Louisiana line like Texas or like the Euro. Look, kidney. I got to just stick to this kidney thing, man. It's working. Kidney to the east. But this model has a little bit of jog now to the northwest. And that, I guarantee, without even looking, it's because it's anticipating our high pressure a little stronger over Florida, a little weaker over the Midwest there, or plains. We can't look at upper level on this one, I don't think. We have to go back to the tropical Atlantic, and now we can do it. And not as strong as I thought, but it is inching in. You can see the Florida high here. So 591, 588, But anyway, this high kicks it a little bit. And you got to remember, these high pressures spin clockwise. So sometimes these winds accelerate our system, help it move along a little bit more. This slows down our system a little bit, and that's why you can see the latest overnight GFS kind of parks it. Then look where it takes it. Look at that. So eventually a curve, because it gets wrapped up in that front. But this could spell some big time rain. We can look at some rain totals. Here, let's zoom in here. Now, the overnight ZZ on the GFS shows that. Anything yellow, 10, 12, 14 inches of rain. Bright yellow is like 16 to 20. So this could be rainfall through Sunday. Okay, if the GFS is right, we're going to have 2 pockets of rain. We're going to have that initial, when the low's here, all this rain here, and then when the low goes here, we're going to have more rain here. So that's definitely a plausible scenario with the GFS. So you can kind of see the threat potential here. Slower mover, more rain, lots of tropical moisture down there coming, and it's all tied in with this front and our waves. So that's, just something to think about. Overnight 18Z, more on lines with the Euro. So here's last night's 18Z. Low pressure here, but look where all the rains are. Kidney. So I have a feeling, Louisiana, you're fixing to get wet. Friday, Saturday. Look at this. So even yesterday's run, this is yesterday's 12Z. This is yesterday morning. Look at that, 988. Now that is potentially a hurricane. But look, we got rain all the way over here. So no matter what, Louisiana looks like they're going to get rain. And that definitely, like Whitney says, it brings in water spouts and tornadoes, And unfortunately, what we're seeing too is we're going to have a tail. Let's go back to a little more recent rains. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. All right. So this is going into Sunday, but look at this. Look at this. So even after even whatever makes landfall, look, we got all this tropical moisture tied in here that's still pumping up. So tropical juice is definitely the story. We can look at real quick too, since we're talking about tropical juice. We'll pull up a couple people's favorite map here and look at the precipitable water map. Let's bring it up. And this is the amount of moisture in the air. Now we kind of go fast forward here. Look, so let's stop it right here. This is Friday. Okay, here's Friday. This amount of moisture in the water in the atmosphere. So even Friday, with any sort of landfall, we still have moisture pumping in from the Bay of Campeche and even down in the Pacific. So, this thing could still bring in some moisture into the weekend. Here's Sunday. So just keep that in the back of your mind. That's why it's going to be a big rainy mess, regardless of development, for sure. But if you're just tuning in, officially now, we do have a yellow circle, 20% now by the NHC. What we've been talking about for a long time. And listen, I used to be the guy that would just look at a model and say, oh, it's coming. But I actually believed this a long time ago, because we have. So here's another good model. These are rains that I pulled up. This is the Euro rains through Thursday or next Sunday, and this is the GFS rains. And there's CMC and there's Icon, but again, Euro has been pointing here, but look, everything's on the east side, and we got all this moisture that could still come up. So unfortunately, it's trending to be a wet Friday, Saturday for a lot of folks. Panhandle, Texas. All right. Let's look at my favorite model. We haven't looked at there's two models we've missed out on. Let's go back to the CMC. Take a look at the CMC Canadian A. All right, here's the Canadian model. This is next Thursday right here. Starting to develop. 999 millibar. Big wide system. The CMC has been locked in on this wider, broad, low thinking from day one. And here we go. This is Friday, and there we go. Middle Texas, 998, tropical storm. And look where the kidney is. Maybe I'll overdo that too much, but it means a lot. Heaviest to the east side. And again, look at the blob right over Louisiana. And this is Friday night into Saturday. So timing is matching up perfectly. And look, it pulls up, and this at least gets it on out of here with moisture lingering, moving on out of here. So Sunday might not be too bad, but it's here's Saturday morning. This is that tropical surge coming up still. So no matter where the landfall is, we're looking at rains coming up. But again, strength, everybody's worried about strength. Couple models saying borderline hurricane. And you know what? I'm not going to rule anything out. What we seen last year was that last minute, development with a lot of systems. Tamara in Florida, I think that the Panhandle, yes. Peninsula, no. Hey, Gail, wedding Father's Day on Sunday. Sunday's a lot better than Saturday. Put it to you that way. Sunday, I think it's going to be very spotty. See, this is Saturday afternoon on GFS. This is kind of Sunday. That was the latest 00Z. Yeah, I don't know, man. Saturday is definitely the bigger of the 2 days, but Sunday, just hit or miss at this point. You want this thing to get picked up and move on out of here. So I would, if it was me, I'd say fingers crossed. There's a chance it could be all out of here by Sunday. Hopefully it's Sunday afternoon. So I'm seeing a really good trend. Now let's go to my favorite model on the planet, the Icon. Okay, the Icon only goes out 168 hours. And you have to go to 00Z and 12Z. But let's take a look. Does it start to pop into the Gulf yet? Slowly. That's painful. That's Thursday night, Friday morning. A little slower though. Surprise. There's the GFS. It's kind of on the same time frame. There's the CMC. So this is Friday morning, and then the Icon is slowly coming into play. Not quite long enough in the, but it's starting to spin. You can see it. Let's rewind to a little bigger picture here with the Icon. There's the Icon. So you can see it's starting to develop something. And the Icon shows the high, and looks like it's picking up on this gap in this old frontal boundary. So more than likely the icon's going to pull it. You can kind of see it starting to pull it to the north. So I think officially a wide, sloppy system. Stronger tropical storm with the last minute ability of possibly strengthening. So we've seen it with a couple models now. What else? Oh, so the Navy model. Let's take a look at that. Whitney or somebody yesterday brought it up. The second time of the season we're using the Navy model. Let's take a look at the Navy model. There's a Navy model. Sloppy system. This is Friday. And it kind of pushes it more towards the upper Gulf Coast. That would be really close to the peninsula getting any rains. But there's a Navy model. Not very strong, but it is showing basically development like everybody else. So let's take a look at it real quick. And there's a Navy model. So there's Friday morning. The Navy's a little bit more to the east, but Navy's not a very good. So here's another thing we're going to look at on the tropical tidbits. So now that we got 93E or 94E, I think it's 93E. 93E. E. All right. This, my friends, is on the Pacific side. This is called 93E. This could be a repeat of Amanda pulling up into Bill. Now I wouldn't know what the Pacific name would be. I think it was Carlos. What was the Pacific storm names? Well, we already had a B, I think. So it'd be Carlos. So Carlos, if it forms, could turn around and become Bill. Now, if Carlos maintains his tropical entity, meaning like doesn't get neutered or spayed, I can't forget. One of the two. Whichever one gets that. Anyway, if Carlos is still Carlos and doesn't die, then it'll remain the name Carlos. That's so interesting, right? Last year, Amanda crossed over, lost all tropical characteristics, but remnants popped out and became Cristobal. Carlos might be crossing over a little less mountainous area, a little less land. It would be crazy to see that happen. I can't. I got such short-term memory. I can't remember much, but this is what we're looking at. So this crossover juice from what we're seeing in the Pacific side is definitely this is on the table, and we can talk about that. Oh my God, look at that! You know, we were showing this the other day. That's a big blob. We were showing this little spot could become tropical, but not to worry about it because it's north of Bermuda. But look at the little blob. Look at the little guy. Just popped off the Carolina coast. Look at him. He's so cute. Let's see if he's got any spin. This is right off the Outer Banks. This is all tied to that same frontal boundary that's going to ultimately be a factor with maybe Bill. Nope, just a blob. I don't see any spinach. Let's see if we got any spinach. We haven't really used the 850 maps. Got a little weak spinach. Maybe. Let's see here. That's more the tail side of it, but. What? What the hell are you doing that for? Nobody's here. All right, so hey, we'll watch this. Interesting. This is off the Carolina coast. Doesn't really mean anything. I mean, enough. There it is, right here, 850. So you got a really big broad low, but it looks kind of neat on satellite. All right, so we're going back down here. This is what we're looking at. This is Weather Nerds, by the way. So Here is the scoopage. So we got all this leftover tropical waves here, and this little guy possibly doing that, and all that's going to fester. Now the Bay of Campeche, we talked about it yesterday. Bob Barker. Oh, I love Bob Barker. You know, a funny story. When I grew up, I was young, slept in till late. And I think Bob Barker was on at 11 o'clock. And I remember waking up to Bob Barker. That's pretty bad. I loved it. Come on down. Spin the wheel. Gabrielle, your dogs start barking. Hey, I haven't done this all season. Alexa, play Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner on Amazon Music.
I gotta stop it because I don't want to get copyrighted. Alexa, stop. God, Bob Barker. He had a remember the little the Plinko is my favorite. So anyway, that's what's cooking. Interesting. All right, let's look at some surface charts here. Let's see if we can see this tropical wave. Here's leftover wave. This is the wave that we're watching. So all this general juicing up is happening. So why did we talk about this last week? Because a couple things. We got the passing of a Kelvin wave, enhancing the environment for the end of this week and the next week. MJ forecast here showed it. This is fast forward to, what is going on here? 15th of June. Showing up a little weaker, but these things alternate. We definitely are in an enhanced stage of the MJO. Not huge enhanced stage, but enough that it could definitely spark something. Here we go. So we're in an enhanced stage of the MJO. Usually promotes thunderstorm activity. We had tropical waves. We got warm water. We got history more than anything. We have the Pacific crossover, which happened last year. And, history repeats itself. So there you go. And the waters are hot. And back to Jeff Masters. So Weather Underground folks, remember Jeff Masters. He, there you go, Danielle. I knew it would. How many Alexas are playing? You guys can rock. See, you can listen to it. I can't. Because Facebook's got a little algorithm thingy that if it hears music, all 3 years was one off Jennifer. I love it. We have Alexa. We love it. So anyway, that's that. Oh, I got notes. Oh, Tamron. Yep. Everybody's Alexas are going off. I don't know. My chat's probably behind. I don't know how well they sync up. But all right. Well, there you go. Tropics. So again, bottom line. If you're just coming in, this little area in a nutshell is moving upwards, and the biggest question is going to be probably along there. I mean, not very scientific, but the big news of it is, remember, the eastern side is going to be the more rainy side, the more stormy side. So don't get focused on these subtropical systems. If we make a landfall here, then we could have the nastiest, wettest stuff here. And as we saw, even with a landfall here, we're going to see stuff here. So, Peninsula Florida looks pretty good right now. We haven't really looked at the ensembles. Kind of give up on the ensembles once we get... ensembles to me are good. They tease you early on, and then you go back to operational within a window. But there's the latest Euro ensembles. Yes, we have a couple strong ones, but, the majority of them are focused here, more Middle Texas. But that makes sense, right? A little bit of bend, then a turn. We got that one Lone Ranger into the Panhandle. And then the latest GFS starting to show a little bit more Yesterday it really backed off a bunch, but now we're getting a little bit more with the GFS. So a couple of them move out a little bit more to Florida, but that's definitely the outliers. And the UK is still outside its time window for predictions, but we can see if it's starting to set up any sort of low pressure system. We'll just go US and we'll just see. I think it goes out 144 hours. So there you go, a little dot. This is on Wednesday. So it is, it's starting to show low pressure to Wednesday, a little dot. Let's take a look at a better map here. Let's look at my icon. Let's see if we can do tropical Atlantic. Let's see if this one shows anything better. There's 5-day, 180 days. See, it's just still too far out the window. This is Thursday, Friday for the icon, and you'll see a little spinach starting to happen. So that's that. And then we talked about the tropical wave. We talked about the dust. Oh, we'll just show you. Well, we showed you the dust. I think I showed you the tropical wave. So the tropical wave out there, real quick. Said I'd talk about it. You can see it here. Big old wave coming off Africa right now. Everybody's talking about it. It's normal. It's a tropical wave. It's on the surface charts. Here it is, right here, tropical wave. But it's very, very low. There's your Cape Verde Islands. It's very low. Waters are still cool, and there's a ton of Saharan dust currently out there. This MyFox 13 is a great link, and you can see a huge plume of dust. Somebody asked about Jamaica. It's almost there. You can also see it here on the Knoll School site. There's whoever's in Jamaica, there's a big old plume almost there, but there's your big plume of dust. So it's very hard. This gets wrapped up around here's your center ITCZ line right here. All this dust gets wrapped up in the middle atmosphere and helps dry out a system. So it probably won't make it past here. You see a lot of these African waves. They come off middle season looking. James, Sal's very common early season. June, July, Sal outbreaks are huge over in Africa. We don't get our first wave typically from that neck of the woods until middle July anyways, so it would be very highly unusual. Here's one wave, June 21st to the 31st in 170 years. So here we go. First part of July, we've had 3. But then, middle July, but, toward the end of July, things start really coming. This is August 1st, so, still kind of early for that. Waters are still kind of cool, and I showed everything. I showed tropical juice. So anyway, it's common. There's another good map. I got to reintroduce myself to it. I think it was here. We got the aerosol map I want to show. It's from NASA. Because we'll be using this a lot more in the season. There's 2 different CAMS dust. There's this one here we use a lot. This one shows you the future progression of the dust in the next 40 hours. So it's getting close to Jamaica. And then another one we use is the NASA dust global map. So you can look at both of them. This one's a little more longer too. I think I like the NASA one. So our Jamaica buddy, there you're talking about the dust. There's Jamaica. Here's our dust. This is what the hell date is that? Where are we? Tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, tomorrow morning. So there's tomorrow morning. So yeah, Jamaica. Overnight tomorrow night, Saturday night into Sunday. There's your dust. And look, we got a lot of folks that hang out with us in the Bahamas. So there's a plume of dust coming up your way Sunday. Very common. So that's a pretty big outbreak actually for the Caribbean friends. Cool. All right. Anything else cool? Let's see. So, show the yellow dots map. Oh, Lisa, I remember you last year. I remember, Lisa. I remember last year. You kept asking me. Show the yellow dot map. I think it's this one. Nope. Was it? I think it was this one. God, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I thought it was this one. Was it that one? Tell me if that was the one. I think that was the one. Those are lightning bolts. All right. So, yeah, we're dry in Florida for the next few days. Brian's fishing. Hey, man, good for you. Have fun out there, man. Rain's going to stop, Melissa. All right, so you got some lingering rains. Unfortunately, the Outer Banks are going to last until maybe early morning tomorrow, but it's gone tomorrow for sure. They are getting socked up there. Here's the rain happening right now, by the way, if you missed it earlier. But we got big flood potential map. Look at that. This is today's flood potential. Future radar shows it got one more little round coming today. This upper level low here. So you got one more round coming later today. This is overnight. So you got one more round by the morning. And then Outer Banks will be dry. Probably noontime tomorrow, I'm guessing. So let's take a look at that for you since you asked. Let's look at the Mid-Atlantic. And look at radar. And look at 12Z. All right, so here's your. All right, so this is this afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. We got another round of rains rolling in tonight. That's why we're under a high flood risk. We have back-to-back rain showers coming. This is 4 o'clock today. More rain overnight. So there's your rains overnight. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. rains, and then finally things dry out. This is noon tomorrow. You might have a little bit actually throughout the day. Actually, Sunday's 100% nice. So you might have a few more lingering tomorrow. Not as much, but Sunday's definitely. This is Sunday, so. Sunday, most everybody's dry. Sunday rain map for most people here. Let's take a look. Here is Sunday. So pretty much dry here, Virginia down to Georgia on Sunday. There's that front. This is the whole story. This little guy's going to linger. It's going to pull up our other system. It's going to add to the rains. And we got big rains rolling in Friday, Saturday next week. So, softball. Hey, what's up, Stephanie? I hope so. We were up there. I don't know anytime soon. Saw you got your sticker. Cool. Enzo. All right, here's my notes. Notes section. God, I wish I had some coffee. I got cold coffee. Hey, Shannon, that high is not moving anytime soon, by the way. No. We are locked into that high pressure system for a while. At least through the following Saturday. Not good, right? Let's see here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I've been hearing about record heat. Look at that. That's even worse. So Tuesday, huge high pressure dome over middle U.S. There's our little system. So, yeah, see next Saturday. So you might not get a break until the following week. That's not good. Let's see. Let's take a look at highs temperatures. So here's Monday, 110, upper 90s. So yeah, I don't know. Summer's here. I don't know. I don't think you can have a break. Here's a week for Friday, June 19th, 18th, 102. Hey, it's summer. Only thing about Florida, though, is we really don't have any rains coming for the next several days. Let's take a look real quick, because I know there's a lot of people from Florida. Why do I always go to the Model Lab? It's because I go there for ensembles. But let's go to NAM and take a look at Florida real quick. This will at least get us out. Maybe it's Sunday. Right here. All right, so today, 38 hours. We're going to go to 60. All right, so a few storms today. This is today. A few down there in the middle parts. It's State Road 60 south, maybe over by Shelley and the Cape. Not a lot. This is through today. The flow is a little bit more west to east. Morning showers. So this is something I bring it up a little bit. Now that our high pressure is weakening a little bit, we're starting to get that flow in from the Gulf, and high pressure has kind of pushed itself away a little bit with this approaching front. So we could have some morning showers here along the Florida East Coast or West Coast in the morning. A few of them. This is tomorrow morning. Nothing bad, and they kind of dry up through the day, and then they reemerge tomorrow night. So the flow, interesting note, the flow for tomorrow is classic west-east flow for Florida, Saturday. Possibly morning showers with storms developing, pushing east. Same pattern on Sunday. So, anyway, actually it's not classic. The classic flow is... So hey, listen, I was on a chat yesterday and on a mobile device, and the chat, it was actually Dennis Phillips. It kept sticking, and it was definitely a Facebook thing. So you can take your phone and slide your chats off, and then slide them back, and they might pop up. Ocean heat content, Stephanie, it's still kind of it's creeping up there. We got the Gulf Stream fixing to break off a little loop eddy. But the waters are definitely inching up there. Well warm enough for tropical development. Our loop eddy is fixing to break off. We're going to have a little baby. Oh, what's the due date? It's coming. Our little loop eddy. It's fixing to break off. Look, our Gulf Stream's going to connect. And this little guy is going to become his own little guy. A little too early in the season to worry about these guys. These definitely help fuel systems, but you know, this one might be a tad to the east of this little guy. But you know, loop eddies do help fuel tropical systems. We always get a big one in the Gulf, though. Like, let's see, aerial shot of Mississippi River. I love these little guys. I think I just missed two P's. I can never remember if there's two P's or two S's in Mississippi, but all right. So I don't even know what these things are called. I'm trying to find them. They're so fascinating. I remember learning about them in school. You know, when you get a break of when the river, you see, here's an old one. So one time Mississippi was here. It probably did this. But over time, the water does that, and then over time it does that. So these little things break off. I don't even know what they call them things. Somebody tell me what they call them. They're little break-offs, you know. They're little... but that's what we're seeing. That's what we see in the... with the loop eddies. They're just new parts of the ocean current that become their own little entity, and it's kind of neat. So nature is very fascinating. Fascinating. All right. Hey, look at that, Dylan. Dylan's on board. What's up, Dylan? Dylan's got a webcam now. I saw your new webcam, buddy. Oxbows. There you go. Look at you. I knew you guys would come through. You guys rock. Yeah, look at that. You guys rock. A U-shaped lake that forms when the water gets cut off. So that's exactly a loop eddy. Oxbow, man. I learned a new word of the day. I feel smart. I feel like Tim Taylor. So these are oxbows. That's an oxbow. Not a loop eddy anymore. It's an oxbow. That is an ox bow. Ooh. Yeah. So anyway, yep. Destin tomorrow, Kristen, looks fine. We just got very random rains up until this next tropical event. And again, there's really nothing else cooking down the road. So hey, I had a little fun yesterday. I got some notes to share. Oh my God, we've been talking an hour. You know, I always worry about, are we going to have enough stuff to talk about? That's never a problem. So I saw this post that said, write a sad story in 4 words. And it had like a couple 100,000 responses. So I did one last night. Write something about hurricanes. Only use 4 words. 13,000 comments already. 13,000 people have wrote their 4-word hurricane story. And it's already been reached to 418,000 people. 500,000 people. People. 500,000 people have saw this. So that was a fun little drunk donkey moment. I messaged Shelly. I said, "Did you see that?" And that's about it. So back to work, Dylan. Yep, it's hot. I'm glad I got a new AC. Good seeing you, buddy. 13, yeah. I want to tag. Hey, Dylan, find out if we can share your video and EarthCam doesn't bust me for copyright issues. I saw your camera and it's an EarthCam, so they have their own rules sometimes with webcam usage. There's our spot we're watching next week, officially on the NOAA map. All right, well, there you go. I think I yacked enough. Remember, make sure you support ABC Fine Wine and Spirits here in Florida. It's Friday. Cheers. Emily's got a Nike softball camp she's excited about. Sunday. And yeah, so there you go. Drunk to drink. All right, cool. Well, listen, thanks to all the people coming back. I know our site's gradually growing again, especially now that tropics are heating up. We're still here. We're still the same old drunk donkeys. We're still wild and crazy. You're not sure what you're going to get. Mike's weather page is like a box of chocolate. You don't know what you're going to get. This year we get a lot of hate. I told you so. I told you not to follow sites like his. How dare you do something on your own? Here's your flooding in Jersey, Maryland. That's all that area we've been showing. Did you see this picture? Oh my God. This is trending everywhere on Twitter, man. It is phenomenal. Max Olson posted it. I don't know if he took it or not, but my God, look at that thing. I've seen that picture shared a million times. Look at this. That's Aaron Rigsby OSC. Look at that. That's a real picture that was shared a day or two yesterday. Storm chasers. Oh, I did have a picture I wanted to share too, by the way. Oh, here's Jim Olson. He's a big fan of our site. Let's share a couple user-friendly or user photos. So Jim Olson here is Pinellas County. He captured the infamous green flash that you might have heard of if you live out of state. And Florida is known for this phenomenon of a green flash right before the sun goes down. I think that's a neon sign that says bars open. So Thanks to Jim for sharing that. That's crazy. That was a great shot. And we have another one I wanted to show. He showed that one first day of summer for the kids, jumping off a dock. He shares a lot of great photos, actually. Appreciate that. So Leanne Torpy, I think I got your name right, I hope. She took these pictures. Now, did you hear about the Colorado tornado? So she captured these from an airplane. From the sky. Is that crazy? Or what? Looks like a dinosaur. It's like a... So she captured this the tornado as the plane took off. So thanks for sharing that. That was quite the story. Now, man, it's everywhere now. So everywhere on Twitter now is talking about our tropical thingy. I feel like I can stop now. I wish I could. There's nothing else brewing. I don't know what else we could talk about. But anyway, hope that made sense. We'll do a. Hey, heck yeah, Mirtha. Hey, just hit me up. Where are you hanging out, Mirtha? Hey, Mike Sherman. Yep, West Coast. Oh, Mike, I saw you guys in the news again today. Doesn't look good. San Francisco's extended their drought. Hey, Ashley from Savannah. We visited you last year. We camped at something creek campground, but we hung out. We were hanging out at some Irish bars. It was fun. Cool little city. Beautiful city. All right. So we'll do a quickie later on for the supporter. I always do a little quickie video, a little extra. I guess I'll wait till about the noontime models that come out. There's really no point. I've pretty much hammered Facebook a ton this morning. I always post a lot of stuff in the morning if you've not figured out. So I usually get up about 5 o'clock and do all my homework on the weather to have a halfway understanding of what's going on. Do our live, follow up on some things. Wait till the noontime stuff comes out and do it all over again. Recommendation where to stay in the greater Tampa Bay area. Well, depends on what you like to do, I guess. I mean, I love Pinellas County. Pinellas County is more my pace. So if you want to go on the water, obviously Pinellas County, million beaches, Clearwater Beach, southward, Madeira Beach, Indian Rocks Beach. Probably more clear. I'd say more Clearwater Beach is more touristy, newer. I like West Shore area around the airport. You have Whiskey Joe's, Mama Breeze there. I don't know about downtown Tampa. It's kind of a mix. Ebor's like for partying, kind of like Bourbon Street. Have a good weekend, Mike. Appreciate it, buddy. So yesterday I had to. We'll end it with my girl here, Emily. I was telling everybody I was doing my little weekend videos. Let me show you what I did. This for you softball fans, since we had the World Series. Let me show you some highlights here of Emily. So this was pitching defense. I put these little videos together of Emily after every weekend, and that's her on the mound. This weekend's focus was pitching, but check out, there's some good plays here. Check this out. So that's her in the pitcher's mound. You've been watching her since she's probably been 6 years old. I've been bragging about her playing. Now she's 15. So she's got great bunt coverage. Charges that mound. Rarely gets by her. And then there. And then she's got the most sick changeup on the planet. It's like a knuckleball. It's just like, look at that. That ball comes in and just kind of like does what it wants. Ugh. It's like them girls, she had like 5 strikeouts this weekend with it. Ugh. Look at it. Oh, it just falls. Oh. And then I'll have to show you a couple curveballs. So then she got a screwball goes to the outside. Look at that. Watch that ball curve to the outside. Look at that. And then on an inside batter, they're like, it's going to hit me and ends up being a strike. Look at that. Outside. I got 5 more pitches I'll show you. I got to show you her curveball. Those are all strikes. And then I'll watch this curveball break. Watch this. Whoop. Watch this curveball. Whoop. I mean, that sucker's like a spaghetti model. It just comes, then it curves at the last second. Whoop. So as you can tell, I love watching her play. So it's fun. Fun. All right. Hey, Shelly. You went to Big Storm? You didn't tell me about that. Was it nice? Looks brand new. Cool. All right, well, listen, so the weekend I usually don't do these lives. So maybe we'll do one Sunday. So watch for possible Sunday morning. Tamron, yeah, the Knowles played good, man. It's just, 2 home runs kind of set the momentum. And Oklahoma, man, they hit the ball. They were number 1 hitting team, right? So it proved this year it was more hitting than pitching. Every year it's like either hitting or pitching. So cool. All right. Well, hey, thanks for being here for the ride, everybody. All the support. We got 1 million followers, and we really appreciate it. We got a cool little thing. Spread the word. Tell them about our page. Have a lot of fun with it. We have good people. And we'll see you maybe Sunday, but definitely Monday. And then Monday, I got a cool video with our local Oldsmar. They're putting together a Hurricane Expo, and I'm actually helping organize it. Pretty neat. So thanks, Oldsmar. We'll see you guys. Have an awesome weekend. Be safe. Don't be a drunk donkey. We'll see you guys.